Oh, hi, Shelley. I'm afraid there's no good news, dear. Oh, yes, dear. Oh, unfortunately. Oh, yes. Well, Dr. Zhivago says my rheumatism has gone completely beyond modern treatment. Yes, well, the good news is that new treatments are being developed every day. Oh, yes, well, for the time being, I'm afraid I'll have to find a new hobby. No more flamenco guitar solos for these old fingers. With the children all grown, starting their own families, and my recent loss of Mr. Piccadilly, my only consolation for the time being will be my poetry. Oh, but enough about me now. How was the farmer's market, my dear? Isn't it a tragedy what they've done with the turnip cart? Oh, yes, I read about it in Chesapeake Bay magazine. It's a dreadful, dreadful article. The margins were too narrow and the pictures were all simply too colorful. Oh, yes, what are they going to do with the editors and the authors? Oh, Betty. Haven't heard from you in months.
Dear Mr. Byron, first off, I'm delighted to have another Captain Ollie story, and it, too, will lend itself to one of Mr. Nichols' illustrations. Dear Madam, I forwarded your critique of Mr. Byron's poetry to him. He will, I'm sure, respond to you personally. He is a much published and well-respected poet and writer. His comments should be interesting, at least. I'm sending this poet's critique on to you to respond to her personally, or not, as you wish.
As I wish, huh?
I must admit to a complete lack of knowledge about haiku format. I do feel, however, that Mr. Byron has captured the feel and flavor of a Chesapeake Cove. I don't plan on publishing the letter unless you particularly want me to do so. My thought was that you'd rather contact the writer yourself.
Everybody's a critic.
Thank you for your thoughtful letter. Cordially, Ms. Rigoli.
I recently read a spring or summer issue of Chesapeake Bay magazine which contained a poem, Spring Days on Chesapeake Cove, that purported to be a haiku sequence. Now, a haiku consists of 3 lines with a total of 17 syllables, 5 to line 1, 7 to line 2, 5 to line 3. If you check the haiku on pages 26 to 27 of that issue, you will find that line 2 has 8 syllables. Haiku number 6, line 1 has 6 syllables. Line 2 has 8 syllables. Page 27, left column, haiku number 4, line 1 has 6 syllables. Dreadful. As a writer of haiku myself, I know that it takes...
So you're a writer yourself, huh? Tight writing.
Yes.
I wonder where I can find your work.
Yes. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Dear Madam, reading your letter, it is apparent that you believe that if any haiku does not follow the 5-7-5 syllable pattern, it is not a haiku. And in the first of the haiku you have found faulty, you have stated the second line, toward far north star and their nests, has 8 syllables. I think that you have read the line to have 8 because you pronounce the word toward as having 2 syllables, and I pronounce it toward as having 1. Both are acceptable in the American Heritage Dictionary. The editor selected these 24 haiku from a collection of 150 that I wrote in the summer of 1981. And in the introduction I stated, in most of these original haiku I have maintained the 5-7-5 syllable pattern as practiced by the Japanese masters. And the key word in the above quote is most. To a poet, a good ear is worth a library of treatises on the laws of the craft. A poem is open to more varied readings than an orchestral score. Thank you for reacting to this part of my writing. Sincerely, Gilbert Byron.